Okay, we were asked to design 3 holes of a golf course using a topography map and also using the layout and design of heroic, penial, and strategical golf holes. So we have a par 4, a par 3, and a par 5. As you can see, we used squares as the tee boxes on every hole, circles for the greens, and the straight line on the fairways indicate the center. And we created the holes based on that. And then if you come down here, we have our scale. We didn't exactly use a scale, but we did figure out 1 inch is equal to 87 yards. And if you wanted to do it based on 100 yards, it's 1.15 of an inch. So we got our yardages for every hole and we measured them out. So our first hole is a par 4 with 369 yards. Our second hole is a par 3 at 130 yards. And our third hole is a par 4 at 540 yards. And this is from the farthest tee to the center, the pin of the green. So you can see the little pins that we put on the greens here.
So our first step to using a topography map is to understand how to read it. We can see all these different lines on the map. Those are called contour lines. We can see over on this side of the map, each dark, thick black line is assigned an elevation. For this map, it is feet above sea level. On this map, you can see smaller lines that are skinnier going in certain increments. We've determined that each one of these lines is a 5-foot increment, allowing our map to go up by 5 feet per line. The other thing we want to be able to see is when you find an area on the map where the contour lines are in a circle like this, that is a hill. If they have hatch marks, which are just little ticks on the line, that shows a depression. Now that we know how to read our topography map, we can find out how we designed our holes. Our first hole, we determined we wanted it to be considered a heroic hole. Therefore, we want it to be very risk-reward. You can play it safe or you can cut across to have a better shot at birdie. So we can see here that at our tees, following that thick black line at 250 feet, our tees are sitting around in between 255 and 260 feet above sea level. The middle of our fairway sits at 250 feet above sea level, and at our green we're at 260 feet. This hole is heroic here because those skinny tight together lines show a hill. You're hitting your tee shot over a gap, but it may land on a hill, roll down, and put you in a bad position. Therefore, you can also play this safe by going up to the dogleg and then hitting right to the green. Our next hole is our penal hole. At this hole, our tees are sitting at 290 feet above sea level, the green's sitting at 250 feet. Therefore, you're hitting a downward shot into the green. On this green, we have a tree to the left, a pond right in front of it. Therefore, you have no choice but to hit a good shot over these obstacles. It is also surrounded by a couple of bunkers to make it a little bit harder. Finally, we get to our fifth hole, a strategic par 5. This hole goes from 250 feet at the tees, uphill to the mid-fairway at 300 feet. You can see the thick black lines going up to 300. And at the green, you're all the way up to 320 feet. Once again, you can follow the lines, work your way by 5-foot increments. This hole is strategic because you have a couple of different options. You can hit your shot down the fairway, cut the corner, and hopefully get to the green faster, or you can play it safe, hit your 3 shots, and be on in regulation. One thing you may have noticed, when we were designing this hole, we had to take it through a stand of trees. We will have to cut out 6 of these trees while pruning 2 of them in order to run our fairway through here. We can use these trees on the golf course for things like custom yardage markers, etc. And we will be planting trees in other places on the course to remedy cutting these ones. Another thing we wanted to take note of is some of our tees are placed on slopes. In order to make these level, we've created bunkers and ponds to take fill out of. Therefore, we can make flat areas or build areas up when it is necessary. Thank you for watching our topography video on how to read and create a few golf course holes. We hope that you have enjoyed it.